Show, Peter G Show, Peter G Show, Peter G Show. Divorced dad, single dad, divorced dad, single dad. Peter G Show.
Yes. Good evening, world. It's God, another week flew by just like that, and that's the way it goes. So much stuff goes on in a week. It's just crazy. First, deep in Burbank, California, in an undisclosed location, lies Life with Peter G. That'd be me. Somebody we were just talking. I actually got in on time. It's always a thing, and they go, "Your intro song, it's driving me nuts." Hey. Everybody's starting to pop on. That's why I give you a couple seconds. It's going to take some getting used to, because who the hell am I? I'm just a guy with a dream. I have a dream. Speaking of dreams, tomorrow's Martin Luther King. I'm all over the map again. I know. Focus, right? There's a big sign. Focus, Peter. The theme song, is 3 chords, kind of gritty. Some genius wrote that, and it's like, what the hell's up with your intro song and stuff? And it's like, I don't know. But it's 3 chords and it sticks in your head, and if it drives you crazy, I apologize, but it is what it is. I can do it because I don't know. I have a dream. That'll be tonight's theme. I had a theme for tonight. What is my theme for tonight? They said one of these days you're going to get organized, and I said yes, I will, when I'm good and damn ready. But right now we're just kind of going for it, because I'm still trying to get people used to, like, hey, this guy's on at this time. And the biggest thing is the phone number. It's about you guys, not about me. And that's, again, more stuff to talk about if you don't call in. But first, before I get started, I want to thank my sponsors, Bolt Energy, for allowing me to be here. If it wasn't for them, I could not be here. And a super blood moon. Hey, brother, how are you? Yes, unfortunately, in L.A., I can't see it from where I'm at. It was all clouded up. So much for the super blood moon. Right now, I have Super Bolt Energy, which I'm going to pop it real quick, and I got a little story to tell you. But first, let me get Super Bolt Energy. Ooh. Chilled. I love these guys because they have faith in me, and I have faith in them. They're workout fanatics and cleaner, healthier life, and most people say, well, energy drinks are full of crap and all that. These guys give a shit. And again, there's no preservatives in Bolt Energy. It's not a super 80-ounce drink, and it's fortified with vitamins and antioxidants, and there's a sugar-free version coming too. And you don't have to drink a ton of this stuff. Just enough to give you that boost to get your ass going. Speaking of my ass going, I happened to run out. They called me and said, you're out of Bolt Energy for the show. And I had to make a phone call. And my sponsor is out floating around in my hometown in Pensacola, Florida. And I'm extremely jealous. They're out in the Gulf Coast promoting the Bolt Energy stuff. But I had no more Bolt Energy. And he sent the Boltmobile, like an ambulance, to deliver me some Bolt Energy tonight, lightning speed, and I'm forever grateful. Brendan Murphy, God bless you he drove, I don't know if you've seen pictures of the Boltmobile. It's this little speedy thing that's wrapped in Bolt Energy drink, and he came down and he brought it, and he must have been flying, because he just drove like 60 miles to come get to me and drop off some stuff, because I got to have it. I just have to have it. I tell you, it's tasty too. I like it chilled. I haven't been mixing it with some of my other favorite beverages yet, because I'm just taking it for what it is, and I need it. But I'm very thankful for you guys. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be sitting here bullshitting, but I'm doing it in a good way, I hope. You tell me. So anyway, 818-259-7983. This is the deal. And again, it's going to take time, and they keep telling me, just friggin' relax, Peter. It's all good. People need to call in. I want to hear what's going on with you guys, because life's a bitch. I was talking to a guy today, and everybody's got a story. Everybody has a story, and I got a good one for if you guys don't call in. I'll just keep talking until you finally say, for God's sake, Bullshitting. That's right. Look in the dictionary. There I am. But I love what we're going to be doing and how we're doing it because, again, I just know momentum is picking up. I'm actually starting to see it's like there's more and more people catching on. It's not the greatest thing since sliced bread, and it's not like it's never been done before, but I'm doing it. And I just said, I can do this. I got this. But I want to thank Brendan for rushing this stuff out to me because I had none, and I didn't realize we were out. It's hard. There's a lot of things going on, and that's because they care. So that way I can continue on. But everybody is starting to watch things. Don't forget that there's other, I originally started, it's the Peter G. Show, the greatest single divorced parenting guy, period. There's tons of episodes from other, kind of specializing in surviving divorce and single parenting. That's what I'm all about because I had to live it. And I've told my stories, and I'll tell them again for all the newbies, but there's a ton of stuff on YouTube. I believe in Facebook, though. I just got into not an argument, but I got somebody who really cares about me, and he keeps telling me, screw Facebook, you need to focus on YouTube. I need to focus on all of it. I believe in Facebook. I think that that everybody who's got a story on Facebook, because most of the people on Facebook aren't 10 years old, and I'm not preaching to 10 years old. I'm not even preaching, but I just want to focus on people that have kind of lived life because we've all got things going on. So I'm sticking to Facebook. Facebook is my main, and everything else goes after this show. Besides the dozens of pieces from the past, because I've been doing this almost 3 years now, started almost 10 years ago. That's how long and how hard it is, and we'll get to that too, if you don't call in. If you call in, I will stop what I'm saying and talk about you, okay? Because enough about me. Right now, you have to know why we're sitting here, why you're sitting there watching me, because there's stories behind. Everybody's got a story. But with Life with Peter G on Facebook, it's all about, it doesn't matter. Facebook Bitch of the Week, I really want to do that. You got something to bitch about that's bugging the shit out of you. Last week we talked about the 10-year challenge and everybody jumping on board and talking about the 10-year challenge. It's really hard for me to read all your texts. I have 3 giant screens in front of me because there's 3 different feeds. And it depends which page you're watching is where it shows. In fact, I really need to find this out too. Okay, there you go. There you go. All right, so I got that. It's hard for me to follow all your texting because everybody's someplace else. See, even I'm watching me, and that's good. But I can't find it all. So if you want to call me and talk to me, I beg of you. It's really all about you guys telling me what's on your mind. And I'm there. Where are we going from this? Ladies especially. You know what? I get so many after the show that are texting and typing in. It's just, come on. That's why we have a phone number. It's like, call. I appreciate you saying, hey, Peter, and all this stuff, but you really need to call. It's what it's about. The hour goes by quick. Only a few phone calls a night, once a week. It's all it takes. A good problem, story, rant, bitch, whatever. The Facebook Bitch of the Week, I'm telling you, it's going to catch on because there's I am catching you, sir, because you're on my main screen. My main man, Durko. But the problem is I just can't keep up with all that. It's all about the live. See, it's supposed to be a live show. I've done tons of pre-recorded shows, and we're going to be doing more of those because those are going to be interviews. But right now, it's the live. And I need you to call in 818-259-7983. Why do I do what I do? Good question. I'm also open. You can during the week, you can call that number, leave suggestions. What do you want to talk about? Even if you're too shy to get on the phone, which you shouldn't be. I mean, honestly, nobody's watching this show anyway. So what's the difference? It's just between you and me. We're all friends here, right? So if anything, I want you guys to just call in. Tell me what you want to talk about because I'm opening it up. It's a much broader spectrum. It's not just about surviving divorce and single parenting. I'm telling you, not a day goes by where I don't bump into somebody and we talk about, oh man, my ex, my this. It's a guy and a girl show. All I care about is people who give a shit, okay? Especially their kids. I hate seeing kids suffer for our stupidity. You know what I mean? A friend of mine once, he really nailed it on the head. Love is a super horrendous drug. I mean, It makes you do a lot of crazy stuff. And when you're in love, you do what you do. And then when you're not, you do what you shouldn't be doing. But it is what it is. So we got to get through it. But there's a lot of upsides to it, and I'm all about the up. I don't want to only talk about the bad, but the bottom line is I really, really give a shit about this stuff. And I've come to things that, like, you're not alone. I mean, everybody feels like they're going at it. Why me? Why me? Last Sunday, we were trying to talk about why me. Again, it takes callers, 818-259-7983. But that's okay. That's okay, because if you don't, want to call in yet, you will. It gets easier. You just got to kind of, loosen up a little bit. Grab you a beer or just sit and, it's what you want to talk about. I am not going to, otherwise I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about. And I'm telling you, it's much better if we talk about your stuff. I happened to, somebody caught the show. I got somebody on, and actually it was from Facebook, a guy named Brian. And he texted me afterwards. I don't even want to get into the Instagram crap. I'm really having a problem with Instagram. It bugs the shit out of me. I as popular as it is, I still am having a hard time figuring it out. But here's to the show so far. It's just got just that right balance of spark. It's a little bit slightly carbonated and tasty. So this guy Brian writes me, and this is where it really kills me, because he wrote and he says, "You also are very rich and have everything you want." Oh God, how I wish that was true. So he sees, because, we're doing clips and we do this and we do that, and a lot of it's good, fun looking stuff, because it is. I want this show to be up tempo, even though we talk about a lot of the bad stuff. But you have to expose its balance. But he wrote, and I truly believe, he says, I can't remember what clip he was watching, but it was like a bumper, like just all around promo, because there's a little bit of advertising going on too. And he says, "You are also very rich and have everything you want." And it's like, brother, you don't know the half of it. Okay. Number one, I've never been very rich. Number two, I've been comfortable. I've walked away from everything to make choices I didn't necessarily wanted to make, but felt I should make, and started with nothing again. And I'm older. And that's not easy. And most people trying to do, then when it finally hit me 7-8 years ago about trying to do something like this, I talked about it for 3 years before I even got off the ground trying to do it. And I'm still struggling trying to do it. And most people would have quit by now, because that's what happens, because it's not easy. So I understand there's perception. I mean, when we're making bumpers and, we make things to try to attractive and this and that. But believe me when I tell you, we're all struggling. Nobody. And how do you define rich? There's another question. Rich with money? I know people that have plenty of money and are miserable. Happiness, to me, is rich. There's no price you can put on happiness. I know people that live, 7 people in a 2-bedroom house, but for some reason, they're happy. Love. It's a real big deal. I've come to find out lots of things that are so important to making what you might call rich. And I told him, I said, thanks for the kind words, but some things money just can't buy. I mean, money helps, but define rich. I mean, you tell me at 818-259-7983, I want this friggin' phone to ring with somebody that I don't know to call in, or even if I know you, somebody who hasn't called in, tell me what your bitch is. I'll give you three things. Number one, I would love to hear a lady call on the phone, because I haven't had a woman call on the phone yet, even though we're still in our infancy of this show. But number two, I think it'd be very cool, again, either give me a Facebook bitch of the week, tell me what's irritating you. Whether it's the, I don't want to go super politics, because everybody's fighting, and I don't want to fight. Okay, let's make peace, not war. But Facebook bitch of the week, like last week, it was the 10-year photo, everybody's posting their photos, and that's great, but there was like a ton of it still kind of going on. Everybody jumps on the bandwagon. That was Facebook bitch of the week. There was a couple, actually, and somebody brought up several problems. Or, how do you define rich? What makes you rich? You know what I mean? Is it? I mean, you don't have to keep up with the status quo. Being in LA is kind of the way it is. But honestly, there's a lot of things you can have it. You know what I mean? If you're struggling to pay for that car so you can look good, well, what good is that? I mean, honestly, because you're miserable. You're working like a dog to look good in the eyes of somebody else. My thing is, I've gotten to a point, I don't give a shit what anybody judges me or thinks about me. I mean, I'm a guy that just gets up, I try my best, I love my family and friends to the best of my ability, and that's all I can do, and that's it. But money, yeah, it does help. It absolutely helps. Let you do better things, more things, funner, more fun. But it also can be cursed in some ways too, because you're trying to keep up with the Joneses. And I mean, owning a house and trying to pay for it. I love ownership. I've walked away from that, but I would like to get back to that because when I'm a noisy guy, I want to be able to not have to answer to anybody and not, with rules. I live in a condo now. Not happy. Hate it. Bunch of old people sitting around with nothing better to do and then criticize, if you left your friggin' garage door open because it doesn't fall into what they do. I friggin' hate it. I'm going to start using harsh language. Again, a lot of you guys are texting like mad people, and I can't read them all. I'll read them tonight or tomorrow. I would love a phone call because I had a bet with these guys because they keep telling me, I keep saying we're going to pick up a lot faster than what they say because I have faith, and that's another thing I have. A little faith to be accountable for. We talked about that last week. I say a lot of times I'm blessed or I'm this and that. It doesn't hurt to have a little. What's going to hurt? I just feel that sometimes you just got to lay your hands into other things. And I'm not cosmic, but I believe. Okay, and if I'm wrong, forgive me. But I'm not going to preach or anything like that. I just personally believe that there are some higher authorities or powers and the universe, whatever you want to call it. Why are we here? I want to know what the hell is bugging you, though. Are you having trouble? You got a worthless ex. You have you can't. Your job sucks. Or at least you think it sucks, and I'm telling you, I am this close. I think I could be a pretty good Walmart greeter. I really think. I've been practicing. I don't know. I don't know what the hiring process is, but I might need to do something because, making ends meet is not an easy world anymore. So I don't know. I've just been working on it. We'll see. In the meantime, my sponsor's down in the Gulf Coast, and I'm jealous as hell because I really want to be down there. I mean, my 92-year-old father is all I have left down there, but a gazillion friends that I love very much, and I like spending time, even though it is kind of shit cold down there. The Pensacola, Fort Walton, Gulf Shores area can get pretty cold. It's not Miami. Let's put it that way. I mean, when it's nice, but when it's winter, there's some cold stuff going on. But, I'm a little bit jealous because he's, honestly, when we met a few years ago, had no idea, and then we only found out over the summertime that he has a brother that lives there. So now it's like there's going to be some parties going on down there. That's all I can tell you. It's only going to get bigger and better because he's on fire, and we're picking up everything. The momentum is just starting to work, and I'm loving that. Naples, Florida here. Hi, Naples, Florida. Love you. Thank you. See, I got to catch that because everything's not flying. Hi there. Hey, cat. Lots of... See, I love you guys for at least, I know there's better... It's late in some parts of the country, and I had to make a choice of when to start this, but... when is a good time? I know that if you want to watch something, you will watch it because you'll make it a good time. Whether you're watching it in bed or just, you're sitting up with your phone, your iPad, your television, whatever. But I'm hell-bent because I had a friend that cares, and he's like, you should just say, screw Facebook. You should just, YouTube Live, monetize it and all that kind of stuff. And I beg to differ. I truly believe, because my gut started, small and slow on Facebook, and I'm going to stick with Facebook. I'm going to prove a point. In fact, I'm starting to see a lot more people now because I think I'm doing this. They're starting to do this, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but I don't know. I don't think anybody really had the balls. I mean, people will come on to Facebook Live and so and so went live, but they're just doing random stuff. But to go steady every week at the same time doing something nobody's done it. And that's why I wanted to do it. And this is my problem. Everybody's like my Peter G. Greatest Divorce and Single Parenting Guy show. They go, I don't know, Peter. Nobody's really done that yet. So we don't really know. Oprah hasn't even done it. Well, Oprah has done tons of other stuff. How much can she do? This is my reason for wanting to do it. I know there's something there. And starting with this Facebook Live, almost using it as a television show consistently, nobody's done it. But, well, we're doing it, okay? And so now I'm floating around, and I'm starting to see a few people who are kind of connected with me, and they go, hey, maybe he's got something there. Let's just utilize Facebook to do this. And they are, and God bless them. I hope they do well, I hope we all do well. I wish nobody. I think if you got the guts enough to do something and stick to it, and not just because I've watched tons of people start up, and it's not a 6-day, 6-week, 6-month. Everybody wants to be somebody. I get it. I want to be somebody because I got to figure out who the hell I am. I know who I am. But it's to get to a certain level, there's the difference between commitment and really just, even when you're getting kicked in the head, to keep on going. And my whole premise about this whole show, it's just keep on going in life because it's full of ups and downs, and I just want to share those. I want people to tell me what the hell is going on because you're not alone. And I think, again, that is my mantra. You're not alone. I will be here. We will be here. We'll all listen. And most people, after the show goes off the air, it'll go into like a syndication. So it goes into reruns. And then it gets uploaded to YouTube. You can go to my YouTube channel and you can check that out. Love you too. Long time no see, girl. See, I managed to catch it because now you guys are slowing down a little bit. So, neighbor. But the thing is that once it goes to YouTube and then they take the audio portion and they upload it to the iTunes podcast, you can listen to this stuff in the car, on the go, at work, in your ear. Ow. Just poked myself in my own in-ear. That's what it's about. It's going to get better when you guys decide to start calling in. I would appreciate it because that's what's going to make this live show. We're doing other shows with one-on-one interviews, in-studio, multi-camera, all that kind of crap. This is a different spin-off. This is something a little extra I wanted to do for fun. They thought I was nuts, but that's not the first time I've heard that. You know what I mean? So I'm okay with that. And then when I approached Bolt Energy and I said, hey, I got this idea. And he kind of looked at me for a second, and he was really silent, but he says, okay. So here's to them again. Bolt Energy, if you don't have it in stores yet, and you are one of these people who doesn't drink coffee so much, and ask for it in stores. It's coming. It's starting to spread. Again, they're newer. But I give them credit, again, people who have guts to go out on a dream and make it happen. It took him 2 years to put this stuff in a can, formulate it, get it, approved, all that kind of stuff, and they did it. And so you got to have respect for that. Going all out on a limb, it's not for free. You know what I mean? You're putting your name, your pocket, and everything you've got because you believe in something. And I believe in something. I believe in them. I believe in me. I believe in a lot of things. But together, I thought it was a good idea, and that's where we're going, And as things grow, we grow. The shows grow. They get more exciting because I get a bigger budget to go and do all the things that I've been dreaming about for the past 7.5 years, but had to thin things down because it's just not possible. It takes money to do all this stuff, but it'll be interesting. I promise you, because I know funny, and it just takes that kind of budget to do it. But in the meantime, I said, there's a serious side to it, but we always find laughter in some of this stuff. The big deal is that I really want this show. See, again, everybody is with the texting, and I appreciate it, but I need 818-259-7983. And again, if you don't call, I have a whole list of things in front of me to just keep going. I mean, it's all here. It's all copy. There's tons of it. I have Plan A, Plan B, and this is just weekly. All I have to do is live through the week, and I have a ton of I just start writing things down, and I start collecting things because there's just life is busy, and again, I that's all we're talking about. We're talking about life. It's called Life with Peter G. Live. So right now, I know I'm live, and I know there's people sitting there watching live, and they keep going on and on, depending what page you're on, because I have 3 pages, and because I have 3 pages, but nobody has the guts to call. Look, a Facebook bitch. What is pissing you off on Facebook? I mean, what are people doing? That's okay. Your job, love your job, hate your job, your spouse, your ex. I mean, all we talk about is stuff that is under your skin, and I call it free therapy because I'm listening. I can sit here and knit a sweater. We can just do that. Or we can listen to music together. What's your favorite song? What's your sign? My birthday's coming up next month. I'm happy, but not so happy. I mean, nobody likes getting older. Getting old's a bitch, kind of, if you make it. I mean, some people are more fortunate than others. I embrace it, but again, I still stick. My head is still in the. When I'm thinking about me, it's still like the 25-year-old me, and unfortunately, I keep getting reminded I'm not. I hate them. That's why with this whole Bolt Energy thing, all these people that are behind all this, they're all like fitness freaks, and they're workout fanatics, and I'd love to get back into that, and I will eventually, because I don't spend as much time being as healthy as I want to be, because life is a hustle. I'm too busy trying to keep all the balls in the air. I juggle a lot of things, and again, you want to hear about those things. I mean, some of the struggles. Go to my older shows. The go on YouTube or there's not as many on the podcast and the iTunes because some of the shorter segments we just didn't do it. Between me and Ty, my producer, he's like, "No, you should just keep the full shows." But I do a lot of bullshit. I like Pepsi. When Pepsi comes into town, we do little skits. Little things that are interesting, at least to me. Just talking, I think is, I'll watch it. But there's a lot of stories there, and again, even everything from talking about stress and what it does to you to some live interviews with some really people that give you some good. I'm not saying they're giving you advice or telling you what to do, but oh wait, the phone is ringing. Let's mark that. How long did it take? It only took 23 minutes to get somebody to call. Love you, though. Let's see what's going on. Hey, you're on the Peter G Show. Who's this?
Peter G, it's Kat. How's it going?
Hi, Kat. How are you?
I am very well. How are you?
I'm excellent, my dear. Speaking of bitching, I spoke to you, or I didn't speak to you, but I texted you last week.
I'm sorry.
Because you put something out on Facebook about your grandchildren. Now, whether you're kidding or not, that's what I wanted to find out. And let's tell them. Why don't you tell them what you were bitching about? Unless you want to talk about something else.
No, that's fine. We can talk about that. And yes, I was kidding.
Oh.
But I guess I just sounded so serious that everybody, was calling me and texting me and feeling really bad.
It could happen. I mean, why don't you just give them a quick little rundown of what you said?
I said that I decided I was no longer going to put up with any verbal or emotional abuse, and that it was coming from my grandbabies. And that was just because children are so honest.
Yes, they are.
And my 3-year-old grandson asked me what was wrong with my belly because it was big. So I was like, so's your mouth, you little brat. Of course I didn't say that to him, but I felt the same way. I was like, I can't believe he said this to me. That's all I was talking about. Oh. They lie about everything. Kids lie about everything, but then they want to be so honest when it comes to the things you don't really want to hear.
That is true. So, I mean, they are honest. I mean, they don't realize what they're saying, but no. I mean, the perfect. What is again? You're far from, in my opinion, but your kids, they're just kids. They say, and that's a problem in school too. Kids are brutally honest with each other, and they say things that maybe they shouldn't, and you have to they learn. But it caught my attention, and I believed it because I know how kids are. I mean, they do what they do, But that's okay. I mean, so what did you do? That was it?
What do you mean? What did I do? I'm sorry.
Did you?
On the video? Yeah. That was it. It was a joke.
Okay.
Honestly, if I were being verbally or emotionally abused in a relationship, with my SO, then no, never would I put up with something like that. But it was just a joke. I was just kidding about my grandson, and then my granddaughter
They didn't say it?
told me. No, I mean, my grandson did say it, but I was kidding about the entire. Yeah, I was kidding about the entire emotional abuse thing. That's why it just sounded like I was trying to come across as being serious, but it was funny. It was supposed to be funny.
You fooled me. I mean, I totally hook, line, and sinker because I know how kids are. Kids are just, and especially boys. They some girls. I mean, but boys are brutal.
Well, my granddaughter told me that my eyebrows looked like, said they looked weird, and that I looked like a Ken doll. So,
a Ken doll?
What's up with that? Yes.
What's a Ken doll look like?
I have no idea, but apparently it's got, dark eyebrows. Hell, I don't know.
Wow. Okay. Well,
that's kind of crazy.
That's okay. Okay. So I just wanted, because I thought, because I afterwards I said I didn't hear from you, and I thought for sure I was going to hear from you, but now you're here.
I'm here.
What's on your mind?
Well, I just wanted to give you a call because I miss you. And I didn't get to see your show because I am over here on the Gulf Coast.
Yeah.
And I have to get up early Monday mornings, but I don't have to work tomorrow, so here I am.
Oh, wow, lucky me. See, there you go. Here's the thing. I mean, they're watchable afterwards, but I'm really, again, it's all about the phone calls. I want the live calls. I've been lucky. New York Nick, thanks to a lot of old friends, just supporting and trying to get the ball running. And they got stuff to bitch about. But yeah, this is going to be, I had to make a hell of a commitment to be every week, and it took a lot of thinking because I'm going, if I'm doing something on a Sunday, I got to stop because I got to do this, and you know what, to me it's worth it because I'm in my mind, I'm positive this thing's going to get rolling and more, and I'm already getting texts from people from the Midwest and all these people. They just haven't called in yet, and they will. It's just a slow build.
People are shy.
Yeah.
They don't know what to say. They don't know what to do. They don't want to feel awkward. But it's just talking. That's all. And you want to know what I want to bitch about?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Tell me. Nobody's listening.
Let me think.
You have to think about it?
Let me think. Yeah, I'm just like the best place in my life I've ever been in. So.
Oh shit! This is a good. I need the help.
I know, right?
Yeah, call me when you're pissed off and miserable.
Let me. Oh, geez. Well, let me think. Okay, this is what I want to bitch about. I'm a member of a group online that is supposed to be for strong women, and every freaking person who writes in on that, comments on this, group page it's always about a man. No, my man is cheating on me. What do I do? My boyfriend doesn't treat me right, and he calls me fat and says I look like Barney when I wear a purple shirt. So, what do I do? Okay, that is not being strong.
So it's a support group for weak women, then.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Exactly. And that really just, is that good enough? Is that okay for you? That's like the only thing I can think of.
No, it's really good, but what do you do about that? I mean, is it a support group for strong women? Why do a bunch of strong women need a support group?
Yeah. And why are strong women asking for advice on what they should do about their cheating dirtbag scrub of a man?
Well, again, it could go both ways. I don't know. I wonder. Look, I'm getting ready to unload. I've been collecting because since being on Instagram, it's amazing how many divorce type support groups I'm seeing, and it's and divorce coaching, and I got a list of it, and I got to keep on adding to the list because the list is endless of all these names of perfect divorce group, and so it's divorce and smiling girl, and honestly, and
right.
And then comes the dating after divorce, and I just was shocked because I didn't hear about all this stuff. I just started doing what I was doing because I'm more about the kids.
There you go.
But right. I'm gonna bitch. But with this show, we could bitch about anything, and I'm really that's gonna be probably after February because I got a lot of things I want to do, but. I don't know. It's support groups. People feel better with support groups, and if you need them, and just like AA and all that stuff. And God bless them for having it and somebody being there because again, you're not alone. But you're on there. What was your premise to join this group? What is it? A Facebook group or what is it?
It is a Facebook group.
And how'd you find them?
And you know what? I don't really remember. I wasn't looking for it. So I don't even recall, honestly. It just kind of popped up, and I guess I just clicked on it, and I thought, oh, well, this is cool, because I thought, oh, this is great, strong. Oh, I saw a quote or something. That's what it was. So I thought it was mostly going to be, quotes, but come to find out, it's just a bunch of, well, not all of them, but 99% of them are whiny women. I hate to say that, and I hope nobody's listening, but
let them listen. It's all good. Sometimes you got to wake up. It's like, it's just the way it is. But okay, so what were you looking for out of this group? What were you trying to get?
I don't know. Just wanted to interact with some badass women. Like, hey, let's just have a great conversation here. And I just wanted to hear the positive and whatever changes they were making for themselves and how life is great. And, but it's not like that at all.
You see,
I don't know.
I found in your area, there's a couple of women that are just even on the show Facebook page, and good-looking women too. And it surprises the hell me. And there's a couple of badasses on there, like just totally self-contained, out there doing it. And if they find the right person, they find the right person. If they don't, they're fine. And things will come to you. I don't know, but maybe you're the one who somebody needs to take charge of that group and go, wake the hell up. It's like you're supposed to be a bunch of strong women, and all you're sitting there doing is whining like a little bitch. I mean, sometimes you're crying and you don't hear yourself cry. Somebody has to tell
that's
you,
true.
and it happened even for me. I mean, it's you have to do it because you don't realize that you're just you fall into that self. I don't know. You just start believing your own bullshit. I guess until it's like, hey.
Well, you're right, but then I come across as sounding like the callous biatch.
Yeah, but the group is so strong
because I'm not sugarcoating it.
Okay, that's me. But you're joining a group that's for badass women. So
that's what I thought, right?
Yeah.
I know.
Then you go into the next room, the wimpy room. I mean, it just sometimes it helps people grow, and the ones that can't take it, they're just going to stay where they're at, and that's that. But opinions.
Well, what disappointed me was to read how many of these quote unquote strong women, I guess, or maybe that's it. Maybe the weaker women were drawn to this group because of the title, and they're the ones who are looking for the support. But I really didn't think it was a support group. I just thought this is, women who are going to empower other women, whatever. But I don't know. It didn't work out that way at all. But then I'm the one who's like, okay, boo-hoo, suck it up. Buttercup,
Right.
You're dating a guy you haven't heard from in 3 months. Seriously?
Yeah.
And this is your boyfriend? Are you kidding me?
Right.
Come on, wake up and just move on. You gave your boyfriend a month to move out? What do you think? I gave him a month. He's been cheating on me. Got another girl pregnant. I'm like, I think you gave him way too much time to move out, honey.
Yeah.
What's the problem? And I know it's not just the men. I'm not man bashing.
No, it's okay.
If anything, not at all, because trust me, there are a lot of pretty crappy women out there too.
There is, absolutely.
Yeah.
But, okay, so is there a lot of people in this group, or is it just some, small group you just happen to find?
About 170,000, I think.
Get out of here.
Effect. No, I'm not kidding.
Oh, that's shit. I'd kill for that, but I'm just preaching the wrong. Okay, then you definitely listen. That's how you get popular. I mean, somebody has to take charge because obviously nobody is. I mean, who what else does anybody else do on that group?
That's it, pretty much.
They just whine.
You won't know the truth.
Whine and complain.
Most of them.
Sounds
yes, and I was shocked.
Yeah, that's a perfect show. Here we are, Life with Peter G. You can get on and whine and complain, and we'll pick it apart. It makes you feel better. I was fortunate. I had people that let me go, and close friends, and because you have to let it out. But then again, I did have people that just sit and listen. But sometimes a little advice doesn't hurt too. And if you like it, you like it. And what's one of those quotes I had up? It was like, everybody loves your advice until you give them advice, then you're an asshole.
Oh, isn't that the truth?
Yeah, so
yeah.
That's George Carlin, but it's the truth, but whether they like it or not, it went into their ears, and then they can either use it or put it away and keep on going where they're going. So that's the difference.
True that.
Yeah. So you stayed up late for me. You know that you're actually this is show number 3 for the first of the year. You're my first woman caller. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Aw, I feel so honored.
Yeah, I finally have you as a first, as long as I've known. Yeah. Again, it's hard because people are a little shy, and that's okay. But we're doing the best. It'll get rolling, and it's funny because I got women that are sitting there and they're texting and hey and this and that, but yet everybody just wants to watch. I'm one of those guys. I mean, I've always been the guy in the back of the room, whether it's a strip bar or if it was a church, and I'm always sitting in the back watching. And I'm just like that. It's like I just rather watch until I decided to do a show, and now I have to be the show. But now I'm asking people to step up. So I definitely.
Really? So you like to just sit and watch? I'm surprised because I just remember you, and I'm not trying to be funny, but no, I just remember you on stage, and I thought you have always been a great performer.
That's different.
With a fantastic personality. You can hide behind that, huh?
Well, no, it's because that's on a stage. You see, that's. But if I'm an observer, I'm not the guy who wants to be up front watching the stage. Like, I don't want to be that front row guy. I mean, as an entertainer,
okay.
Yeah, if
I got you now.
Yes,
I understand.
I clearly admit I can perform. But
yes. I mean, not that I know.
Yes,
okay, I'm saying yes,
right.
but yes,
right.
on stage, yes.
But yeah, I like that. I like entertainment. That's why I'm here. I mean, in this simple, again, and it doesn't matter. It's just between you and me because nobody's watching anyway. So, but that's it. But as an observer, even again when in church, and yes, and the place won't burn down because I do go to church when I can, but especially when my daughter was little and we were separated, we sat in the back, and I just can't be up front, and I feel that's where I'm comfortable. And when I was growing up as a kid, and we were sneaking into a strip bar, somebody was taking us to a strip bar, and I like the entertainment value, but I like watching other people up front, and I'm just in the background because it does me no good. I'm just hanging out, and from back in those days, there was a lot of entertainment going on, But
right.
Yeah, so
No, but I get it. I mean, I get it because I am the same way. Yeah. I'm very outgoing. I will talk to anyone. Honestly, by nature, I really am a shy person, and people never believe that when I say that.
Oh, I believe you.
Yeah. It's taken me a long time to feel comfortable just talking to people. Having my own business years ago, it definitely helped me out there. But I'm also the person who likes to sit in the back and just watch, observe, people watch, kind of take everything in, and I just like watching the whole perspective, and then coming out to LA, everybody, you're watching Van Halen, and you're sitting with your arm closed across. It's like, okay, impress me, but it's not. You just get used to that, and I like. I'm sorry, the feeds are going nuts. I can't read these people. I swear to God, I love you guys, but you're, and I appreciate the text all over the screens, but the phone is the purpose of this show. Just like Kat on the phone right now, pouring her heart out to a couple of pet peeves, and we're talking a little bit of old talk, but we're talking, and that's what it's all about. She's the first woman. You are the first. Again, I've known you for a very long time. Yeah, let's put it this way. We knew each other way back in the day, lost each other for decades, and again, Facebook. See, this is why I like Facebook. Facebook, if it wasn't for Facebook, I would have never seen you again, I don't think, in my life. Because probably not.
No, even though I hang out, but go back to the Gulf Coast quite a bit, there's just not everybody has, has their own lives and things, but it has re-brought us together. We spent some time together when I was there over the summertime, and in fact, you sat in on Nick's show when we started simulcasting the Facebook thing. If it wasn't for those shows we did in July, I would not be doing this right now. That was the birth of testing the water. Yeah.
Great.
It was great. I mean, because I always come up with some cockamamie idea and go blow it out on Nick to let him have a shit fit. But he actually, and he bitches and complains. But at the end, we're all happy, and we had a great time. So we had fun.
It was, and it was so good. And I keep thinking I need to get back over there and see him too. But I'm so happy to be your first, though.
Yes, you are my first.
I'm here for you. I'm supporting you.
Thank you. I appreciate you staying. I know it's late and people have responsibility, and not everybody stays up all night. But believe me, it's a big world out there, and I'm focusing on the United States and Canada. Really, don't want to focus on the whole world, but lots of people stay up late and do what they want, and so all I need is a few, and to keep it.
There you go.
It's about the phone call. So I definitely appreciate this. When I see you, I will definitely hug you hard for being the
Aw.
first. Yeah, again, we kind of didn't see for years, so I got a lot of catching up to do.
There we go.
Yeah.
Well, come on, people.
Come
Call
on,
the show.
Thank
Just chat it up with a friend here.
Exactly.
Make new friends. Exactly. Well, it was good to talk to you, Peter.
Thanks, baby. I deeply appreciate it, and for you staying up, and again, just stay up anytime you want with me. Okay.
You bet, hon.
Yeah. All right. I love you. Just
love you too, and I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Don't be a stranger. Good night.
All right. Night,
There
night.
you go. And there you have it. My first woman caller. Yes, I know her, but again, I know a lot of people on Facebook. I mean, that's what the whole thing is about. It's like Facebook. I have several thousand on one page, several thousand on another, and you feel like you know people. Now, yes, we had a history when we were really young. I used to play in a club that she used to come out to. I mean, we were really young. Those were the good days when life was carefree. But then we lost each other for decades. And then all of a sudden through Facebook and through one person and another, and then I started doing this stuff and getting out there a little bit more, we crossed paths again, decades and decades later. So it's good, but I want people to call in. What do you want to bitch about? Because of what's going on in your life, I'm listening. I'll sit here again. There's tons of stories, but we're only doing about an hour, and the beauty is that that you need to just get it off your chest. Sometimes you got nobody to talk to, or you just want to make a formal gripe. Again, it's all good. Nobody's seeing you. We're just talking about it. Your ex, anything. Schools. I mean, right now the LA school districts out here in LA, they're on strike. People are having to take care of their kids. What do you do? How do you do it when you're working? And there's just lots of stuff. I know, hard to believe, but I could find something to bitch about every day. But I do it in a fun kind of way. I mean, sometimes I get really serious. There's a lot of things. Head games, I don't like head games, and some people love to play head games, and that really pisses me off. And then I will talk about things. But, who knows? We can go endless. But in Facebook, there's tons of stuff because everybody's got something going on with Facebook. But it rained for 2 weeks out here in L.A., and these past 2 days, we finally got some sunshine, and it's been great again. And even with all the burn areas, because I'm pretty close to all of them, and I mean we're within blocks of some areas that it started or ended up in, but all the black, because we don't get a lot of rain out here. You got to understand that California's drier, and even during the summer, all the hillsides, we got beautiful hillsides, but they're all yellow and the grass is dry and you don't have all the color like some parts of the country. And this rain that we've had over the past on and off couple of weeks, it has caused some mudslides and things like that, but it has put all this new little thin layer of green, and it's starting to cover over all the burned black, and it's kind of nice because it was horrendous. Went through a lot of shit with that, and people are still recovering, but because it doesn't rain very much, people can't friggin' drive in the rain. They drive too fast, and it's accident after accident. Yesterday, 2 days ago, after it finally stopped raining, every day going down the freeway, there's pieces of cars in the mediums, or off to the sides, bumpers. I mean, dozens of them, because people just haul ass. They hit a pocket of water, it hydroplanes them, spins them out, and they crash. And it causes all kinds of havoc. I mean, these freeways are not some sleepy little town freeways. There's people needing to go places, and there's a lot of cars, and it really causes a lot of shit. But it's been nice to see things start to clear up, and I think we're going to be good for a little while, but that's about it. Hey, 818-259-7983. We are going to be running out of time before you know it. I would love to hear from somebody else that I don't even know, and just call in to bitch about something. What do you want to talk about? I leave right now. I mean, I'm going to start having a dedicated call that I will call somebody to ask a few questions to that are like some of the Instagram people, I mean, that specialize in. I got this one guy, and he's from Ohio, and he's got this page or whatever you want to call it, and it's F Divorce. And I'm thinking, oh, this is an angry guy. This is an angry dude, you know. And then I listened to his podcast. I had to go see what he was all about. I swear to God, he sounds like Mr. Rogers. I mean, he's just very soft-spoken, and he does like a 3-minute piece every day, and just completely not what I was expecting. And I really want to get into him. I want to hear his side of the whole thing. We're going to goof a little bit, and I'll pick it apart and all that. But he's got people listening. See, there's something out there for everybody. That's why I'm not scared, because I can do it. There's something out there for everybody. If I wanted to talk about little, Cupid dolls, I mean, believe me, there's somebody out there that's into that stuff, and God bless them. But I thought, what a vast range of stuff we can talk about. This should be no problem. Well, apparently it's still a problem because people are shy. And I know it's late and this and that. So they just looked at me and they said, don't expect no miracles. Nothing's going to take overnight. You got a big world out there, and until you stay consistent and until you keep going, it's going to take a while to catch people, because we're not spending, $1 million in monthly advertising like some do. And that's really what it takes. I'm doing it the hard way, but I'm pushing uphill. I'm a marathoner. I've come to terms that the sprinters can't keep up. You just have to keep nipping away. Nobody's going to tell me I can't do this, because they told me I can't do this. And I said, F you guys, I'm doing it. It's real simple. You don't think it's the thing to do. The last thing I'm going to worry about is your opinion. Kind of like people in the music business. People in the music business used to have these A&R guys, and if you weren't their cup of tea, they can make or break you, or you got a deal, and then all of a sudden they changed hands and it went to somebody else, and that person didn't think you were the shit. So I don't care about anybody's opinion. I really don't. It's like, screw you guys. I'm going home. And I'm not going home. I'm going to do this show. And I'll do it, and I'll keep doing it because of the chosen few. And I do have those diehards, too. There's a big-ass handful of people that keep on constantly. Get this. This is a new word, Durko. Super fans. I have them. I actually have them. It's like, and who the hell am I? I'm nothing. But there's still some people that I hit home with, and you just have to keep going until you keep hitting those people. And love the super fans. They'll follow you everywhere, and they keep on pushing and sharing, and because they believe. Because I know I'm not just doing this because I'm this is fantastic in my own head. I know everybody has a bitch, and everybody's got stuff to bitch about, and I know eventually everybody's going to talk about it, and because get it off their chest. They'll want to call in. It will become cool. But you got to, I have to suffer first. It's just somewhere in the unwritten book. Speaking of suffering, okay. I know. They're going, you got 7 minutes. The first few shows when we were testing the waters with this prior to the first of the year, I was going over because I don't know why. I just was energetic, full of life, and they said, listen, good or bad, we got to keep it to an hour. I mean, because I can literally, we can go for an hour and a half, and I did go an hour and a half that one show, and they didn't like that because it's more stuff for them to do. But I'm going to keep it to an hour. I think it's going to be very cool when it does pick up, and we say, well, we're out of time, and we got to go, and stay tuned next week. Right now, not so much. But it is what it is. I am who I am. I'm going to do what I'm doing, and I like it. So I would love if I got one more phone call before the show ends. But again, I said that last week, and it was what it was. Doesn't hurt my feelings because I know that once this goes, they hit off, goes into syndication, then people start watching it at their convenience. And again, another reminder: lots of shows on YouTube. Again, folks, I have more of the actual Peter G show, not Life with Peter G, and lots of stories there people can relate to. And if you're busy, iTunes, when you're driving in the car, for those of you who spend half their life in the car, because believe me, I get it, but you can go onto iTunes, and the Peter G show's on iTunes. There's a lot of philosophical stuff coming from different people that you can relate to. I promise you can relate to it. I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't think there was something of worth, because it ain't about me. It's about everybody. I'm just the liaison. I'm going to be your go-between guy. I'm going to bring people out of the woodwork. I want to go play miniature golf with Tiger Woods because I can't play golf. I suck at golf, and I'm left-handed. Never was any good. But these are the things I'm aiming for on the Peter G show stuff. This is Life with Peter G. This is where you, the caller can just call in and bitch about stuff. You know, I don't think I'll have that opportunity if it goes to streaming television type stuff. I won't, because that's going to be filmed one-on-one with whoever we're doing the interviews with. This is about you, the people, and I truly believe in you, the people. So this is where you got to start getting up your balls and you know, both men and women, and just say, you know what, okay, I'm going to make the call, I'm going to talk about this because it's in my head and it needs to get out there, and sharing it with other people is actually a really good thing. It's a great thing to do, but it really is up to you guys. And through thick or thin, we will be here every Sunday night, 8:30 Pacific, 10:30 Central, 11:30 East Coast, doing this every Sunday night. And in fact, we're working on ways, because if I'm not in town, I have to figure out how to do it and what extreme I want to do it at, because there's equipment involved and all that kind of stuff. I literally can do this on my where's my phone? I can literally do this on my iPhone, but that's not the way it works. I mean, it's a little more elaborate, a lot more elaborate actually. And to be able to take calls and share them, so we're working on that stuff too, because that's going to come a point. I can't stay in LA every week. I got things to do and places to go, and you know how that works. That's it. We're running out of time. It's almost the end of the show. Holy crap. I know. I saw that, and I didn't want to say nothing because I thought he's a ghost. But that is remarkable, and I will comment on that later. Sorry, I'm reading the feeds again because nobody will call me, but eventually you will, and when you do, that'll be a big monumental moment. But because don't tell me, I know every single person that I can catch on the feed that's texting. I guarantee you, every single one of you have something to bitch about. I guarantee you. But until you want to bring it forth to the public, and again, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not a negative thing to talk about things to get it out in the open. It's not. I think it's a very healthy thing to do, because when you keep stuff bottled up inside, I think that's an unhealthy thing to do, especially if you're doing it, you know, you're talking about it, but no, I do. You could keep the show rolling for a week, you know, but what do I know? Hey, and the jokes are free, babe. So anyway, all right, we're running out of time. They gave me the 2-minute mark. So again, I deeply appreciate you guys. I want to thank my sponsor, Bolt Energy, for the fourth or fifth time tonight. Again, and some people, I got somebody, everybody's got an opinion. It's like, let me tell you something. They go, is this show about Bolt Energy? Is about your show? Right now, it's about Bolt Energy and my show, because without Bolt Energy, I wouldn't have a show. You know, I'm very. Let me know how your show works out. I'm not scared. It's all good. But I'm going to take my last sip. I managed to make it last the whole thing. I like it. I do. I wouldn't do it. If it sucked, I promise you people, if it sucked, I would have bowed out gracefully. Friends or no, and we're acquaintances who are becoming friends. But there's a lot of big stuff going to be coming out between these guys and this show, because things are growing, and hopefully everything's going to work out. You know, I know we dream and we talk about it, but hopefully everything will work out the way we did, and there'll be a lot more fun stuff going on, because again, it really is all about money. Money makes the world go round, and we have fun on a simple basis, but I want to do things on a larger scale. Always the big top. I've always been that way, and you kind of almost get there. But had you asked me this 10 years ago, would I be sitting here talking to you? I would have said you're out of your mind. But I'm out of my mind, and I said, okay, I'm going to make it happen. So that's fine with me. Again, I love you guys. Every Sunday night, 8:30 Pacific, 10:30 Central, and 11:30 Eastern, and they're giving me the come on. Okay, I'm running out of time. I want to hear from you guys. 818-259-7983 next Sunday. If you got opinions, you tell me I suck, get off the stage, go home, I love you, call the number, leave me a message on that line, and if you got an opinion of what you want to talk about, and we'll talk about it. I need that. I can think of tons of, again, it's endless. When you talk about griping and bitching, I mean, it's endless, from the kids to the job to the boss to the life to the boyfriend to the wife to the husband. Pick a number. So that's why I figure if this thing will be rolling, it's just a matter of what you want to bitch about. I'm open. my car sucks, my car's broken, I'm broke, I don't have any money, I need to, I can't keep up with my bills. Believe me, everybody's been there. I promise you, and we'll start sharing all that stuff. And that's why we're doing Life with Peter G. Not so much. I will touch base on the whole surviving divorce and single parenting thing, because, again, if it wasn't for that, I definitely know I wouldn't be in this saddle right now. But I think it's a good thing, because half the world is all trying to struggle through it. And we're here to talk about how to do it in a more graceful kind of way without, wanting to rip your hair out. That's why I keep my hair so short. I want to keep it, what I have. All right, I love you guys. And it's that time. So next Sunday, look forward to hearing from you. I want to thank everybody who's watched live. Believe me when I tell you, it's growing, the live thing. It's just hard. You got to get used to every Sunday night. Here's a question, who's going to be on this channel, this show, every Sunday night, 8:30 Pacific, 11:30 Eastern? This guy, all right? I love you guys for giving me a shot and hanging in there, but I do want to hear from you, all right? I'll give you got some break-in time. But January's coming around. January's going to be gone. February's going to be coming in. I'm working on Cupid, making a call to Cupid for Valentine's Day. We're already talking about that. We had the baby New Year when it was the beginning of the year, and there's some clips. If I were you, I'd check him out. He was very philosophical in his own drunken stupor, and he definitely kept it entertaining. So that's the kind of stuff to kind of break the in-between from you guys. But this show's about you. So that's it. All right, I know. I heard you for the looks I'm getting. And it's only two of them standing right here, but they're right in my face. You just can't see them. But, all right, so love you guys. Peace out, and we'll see you next week. Leave messages on the phone or comments afterwards. Believe me, that so far I can still handle checking them all, I think. And what I don't catch, they catch for me and bring it to my attention. So keep doing what you're doing. I love you guys, and we'll see you next week, all right? See you later.
G Show, Peter G Show, Peter G Show, Peter G Show. Divorced dad, single dad, divorced dad, single dad. Peter G Show.